So one of the highlights for me of NAMM every year is meeting this guy, Jody Espina. Here we are again.
Hey,
It's
great
2000.
to see you.
Great to see you as well. It's 2020. We're into a new decade, and your company's been going for 20 years. This is your 20th anniversary. How does it feel? 20 years, man.
It went by like that, and I feel grateful to be here and to have so many great friends and customers like you. We've known each other for a long time now. Sax.co. Everybody in the world should go to the saxophone mecca of the world, sax.co. You've got the best thing going.
Well, what can I say? That's very kind of you. I'm going to move swiftly on to your new products now because we've just had a little meeting and we've gone through some of the basics, and there's a lot going on, a lot to get through. I mean, we've got a beautiful array of products set out in front of us here, and I think we're just going to go cut straight to the chase.
Yeah.
And this amazing new mouthpiece that you've got set up on Alto.
Sure.
So we've now got a 20th anniversary Alto antenna platinum DV mouthpiece, which looks absolutely beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, we decided to do it with the DV because it's kind of been our flagship. I've been in love with it since I made it, and it's our most popular metal mouthpiece. And so we decided to make it platinum, make it 100 only Alto, 100 tenor. It's numbered, serial numbered. It's got the cool package, everything. It's great. It's actually beautiful sounding in this platinum plating. And I think lovers of JodyJazz and the DV, some collectors are going to want this. We're sold out. Your shop has some. If you want one,
We certainly do.
You've got to call them right now and reserve it. So
These guys are going to sell fast, I can tell you.
We're not selling these direct at all. It's just in shop. Buy it from sax.co and get it while it's hot.
Yeah. So we're going to hear some right now. That's a big sound. It sounds beautiful. Sounds really great. And I'm loving this whole look as well. I mean,
Oh man.
it's a bit of a departure. I mean, maybe we can close up on this, Jamie. We've got the platinum plating going on here, but look at this beautiful green bite plate here. It's a lovely two-tone effect going on there. And then finished off with this platinum ligature. The whole thing is beautiful. And it's just explained to us earlier on there by Colin that we've got the serial number on the side here. This is number 1 of 100. So this is the one. This is Jody's, right? Who's not going to sell that?
Okay.
Quite understandable. That's amazing. So maybe we can move through to the new release on the tenor side of things, which is the HR Dark Mouthpiece. So we've got a standard HR mouthpiece, but you've made some adjustments and some modifications to it, right?
And the HR Star tenor mouthpiece is our most popular mouthpiece because it covers so much ground. It's got good middle-of-the-road projection. If you want to pop it, it pops. And but what I wanted to do was offer the most beautiful, warm sound I could with a more spread in it. So the custom dark has our Shedville rubber, which is our proprietary rubber that we use on Shedville mouthpieces. And it's warmer because it's softer. And so we got a warmer sound there. We did a rounded sidewalls, which is part of what expands this sound.
Really enlarges the sound, doesn't it, when you do that
Yeah, it
work
does.
there? Yeah.
And so when you go in there, it's like you're putting on a shoe that's already broken in instead of like
That's
a
a
tight
great
fit.
way of looking. I love that.
And as well, it's a big chamber. It's much bigger than our HR Star. So it's going to be your warmest, most beautiful. And I've fallen in love with it because I normally don't play mouthpieces that are so dark. And as in developing it and working on it and playing it on my gigs, I truly fell in love. And when that happens, you're after the gig, you're playing, you're still playing.
You still want to, you just want to carry on, don't you? You fall in love in a new way.
Hear myself.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and the collar on it here as well. You were just telling us before we went to shoot.
Well, I was going to put a band.
Yeah.
But I was hanging out in the showroom with this tray of power rings, and I took this soprano power ring and I kind of shoved it onto the end. And I was like, yes,
it works, a perfect fit. And
it adds body to the sound.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, this is a crucial area of the saxophone, this connection to the saxophone, right? There's other devices, tonal devices that people invent purely to get that extra resonance at this point here.
Right.
And then you've got it right there on the mouthpiece. So
and we're finding out that, adding mass does add body to the sound.
Sure, yeah.
So here, and then with the power ring with that
as
body.
well, yeah.
It's
a double
pair.
power ring setup,
That's
really,
what I'm
in
talking
essence.
about.
There we go.
what I'm
Let's listen to
talking
some of
about.
this. That's a really beautiful sound from top to bottom, and we've still got the that characteristic Jody. I can get right to those top notes, even on the dark mouthpieces, which I love.
My playing there, I give myself a 9 on a scale of 1 to 20.
1 to 20.
Horrible. Sorry.
No, listen, I love the sound on those bottom Bs and B flats in particular.
Man,
it's really honed in.
so
isn't it?
easy.
So
and
beautiful.
We have it from 5-star to 10-star,
Yeah.
and even the 10-star is like fa fa fa. It's just
Yeah.
so beautiful playing.
Yeah,
so you're looking for a warm, dark sound, a beautiful sound, and a great playing mouthpiece. This should be a real option.
And
to
you know
check
what?
out.
So many of our customers do. So I think this is really going to appeal to a large chunk of players on that grounds. That's amazing. And we were also talking before about your new release on the clarinet side of things.
Okay.
So
let me go down to the basement and get it.
okay, let's do that. Let's have a cut. Mr. Austin Powers there. All right, here we go. Hand that over.
All right, man.
This is brilliant. Jody on clarinet. I heard a little bit of this before we went to shoot, and he sounded great on this. This is the new HR
Star.
Jody
It's
clarinet piece.
Continuing our HR Star line. And so the HR Star line is like a middle of the road, jazz mouthpiece. Now, what I did differently though, we have 10 tip openings. From 1 to 5, these are in the range of a typical Van Doren mouthpiece, just to compare. It's pretty tonally, it's just a little brighter, so that you can play this in concert band and classical settings. But what's different probably is the very free blowing, our facing curve. We have a thinner tip rail, which gives a little more immediate response. So it's going to be an alternative that works in that setting, or for doublers and pit or musicians, it's going to work really well. But it's not extreme jazz. Now, 6 to 10, we really pulled up the floor and we made it brighter, so that we can get across in these live situations.
Yeah.
So this is, I think, a 7.
Right, so we're really talking the jazz situations right now.
Now, if I wanted to play, more pretty,
How about that? Is that more of a 19 out of 20 for you?
that was 8 out of 10.
Oh, 8 out of 10, right,
Yeah,
okay.
it's always different.
It's always different. Yeah, I know how you feel. That sounded great. There's so much color in the sound there.
Thanks.
When you went to the quiet side of things,
Yeah.
then you couldn't help but then push the sound through again and give it extra color.
And that
Because the
New
mouthpiece
Orleans
wants to
thing-
do that, doesn't it? It wants to come out.
And I love this other thing, this old New Orleans thing where it's very quiet. It's like,
Okay. I can hear the airiness.
yeah, the
floating around
airiness,
there.
and you put the mic like right there.
Yeah.
It's kind of a subtone thing.
Yeah.
And so this is a 2.5 Mitchell Lurie, so it's not a classical reed. Now, we also have the Casper barrel, which is hard anodized aluminum, In this case, I'm playing a 63 millimeter. So most people have a 66 millimeter, maybe 65 with their clarinet. If you want to play a wide open jazz mouthpiece, you're going to play a softer reed. You want to make a shorter barrel. So we have this in 63 to 67 millimeter. The hard anodized aluminum is harder next to diamonds, like diamonds, and it gives a little more projection. And I took this material out, and that also gives this beautiful vibration.
Sure. And it's such a critical area of the clarinet, even more so.
Come on in. We're going to introduce a celebrity star.
Look who we have
Watts.
here. This is Ernie Watts, who's just wound up.
Ernie's been playing my Alto DV New York today.
Oh, amazing.
And,
have you got it set up ready to go now?
It sounded amazing on
Not
it,
quite.
Ernie.
Yeah.
So
Fantastic. We'll come back and catch you later.
Okay.
Amazing. So yeah, I mean, this is a really critical area of the clarinet, right here in the barrel, isn't it?
yeah.
You know, and such a unique shape as well. I mean, it looks a bit funky.
yeah, we're some people call it the Barbie barrel.
I like it.
Thank you so much. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Fantastic.
So I got another barrel here. This is our Shedville Umbra barrel. Very warm sounding. It's with Shedville rubber, like the Custom Dark.
Sure.
So it's a warm sound. The beauty about these two barrels is that the inside is not going to change, as a wood barrel does change, fluctuates with the moisture and the humidity, and over time it's going to get grooves in it and kind of blow out. So this is never going to happen with these.
That comes as a major relief to clarinetists. I mean, that's a fear, isn't it, of the clarinet player, oboists, that kind of thing happening.
Cracking is a real thing.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
so
It's amazing stuff there. And then you've got a final announcement to make
Yes.
about Russo mouthpieces.
So-
Let's move this way.
we just printed this banner. Yesterday was the first day of NAMM, and we acquired Russo mouthpieces, and I'm so excited and to continue. Dr. Rousseau, Eugene Rousseau, is one of the most important people to saxophone in the world. He developed these mouthpieces. He's taught so many great saxophone players, and they're all in universities around the world. And he also really is instrumental in designing the modern Yamaha saxophone. He was going there several times a year and really was in from the beginning. So he's influenced modern saxophone playing probably more than anybody. And I'm just humbled. I'm really grateful to be able to continue.
Paying a lot of respect to the man by continuing the tradition. Yeah, no, that's really great stuff. I mean, I always hold these mouthpieces in high regard, and they don't have an expensive price point. In some ways, maybe people disregard them because of that.
Yeah.
But they are actually the kind of dark horse within the classical choices, and then some of their jazz pieces as well.
I believe so, and it was kind of his mission to make the best mouthpiece he could and at an affordable price, so that students and pros could get a great mouthpiece.
Amazing. Well, I'm going to look forward to the work you're going to do on these mouthpieces in the years to come. So that's some great announcements we've had from you there, and I really look forward to getting into all of this stuff. Fantastic stuff, and I look forward to seeing you for dinner tonight.
Okay.
That's Jody Espina.
Thank you so much. Thank you to all of you.
All right.
All right.